Hello, my dear students. This video lecture is about secondary metabolites from plants. You're already aware about primary metabolites. This video lecture is about the introduction to secondary metabolite and advantages of secondary metabolites from plants. Myself, Dr. Shibu from the Department of Biotechnology. Let's move to the topic. So, secondary metabolites are the production of secondary metabolites. So what is secondary metabolites? So coming to the plants, these plants are valuable source of vast array of chemical compounds including fragrance, then flavors, natural sweeteners, then industrial feedstock, antimicrobials and other pharmaceutical products. In most instances, these compounds belong to rather broad metabolic group, collectively referred to as secondary products or secondary metabolites. If plant cell produce metabolites in vivo or in vitro, which are not directly needed by the plant itself, that is termed as secondary metabolites. This secondary metabolites do not perform a vital physiological function as primary compounds such as amino acid or nucleic acid. This secondary metabolite which is not involved in the primary function of the plants, as well as this product. This is all produced to ward of potential predators, which will involve in attracting the pollinators or combat infectious diseases. Okay. So plant cell suspension culture is potentially valuable for studying the biosynthesis of secondary metabolites. If a plant cell are cultured under a defined condition that will allow the expression of certain degree of differentiation, they have the potential to produce either by de novo or by biotransformation of a specific precursor. Okay, a wide range of secondary metabolites are produced through the genesis of this cells. Okay, so there are many advantages of this cell culture system over a conventional cultivation to produce a secondary metabolites. So that are mentioned here. Okay, so the major advantages what they are listed out here is independence from various environmental factor including climate, pest and other microbial diseases and other geographical and seasonal constraints. So we cannot worry about, we don't want to worry about the climatic condition or the environmental factor, since we are growing the cells in a controlled system in a bioreactor or a biosystem we are using to grow the cells. Okay, so it is useful compounds could be produced under controlled condition and can be more accurate to the market demand. Depend upon the market demands, we can able to grow the plant cells and you can able to produce the particular compounds in a controlled system. Any cells of the plant could be multiplied to yield a specific metabolism. We can use any type of cells, it rather irrespective of the explant or irrespective of cells. Any type of cells of the plant can be used to produce the metabolites. And constrained product quality could also be assured with the use of characterized cell lines. Okay, so there would be a greater control over the production level. So we can able to control the production level also. Either you want to increase the production, we can able to do it with the help of controlled level of system. Then that the another advantage they mention is cell growth could be automatically controlled and metabolic process could be regulated rationally, all contribution to the improvement of the productivity and the reduction of labor and cost. So depend upon the things, it is depend on our automatically control system. Since we are growing the cells in the bioreactor, we can able to control automatically, and the metabolic process also can be regulated. Okay, that's what they mentioned. Then the advantage they mentioned here is production of substance in chemically controlled environment, which will facilitate the rather processing and the product recovery. So the production of the substance is also chemically controlled by adding the different type of chemicals, such as for example the hormones, other chemical can be added that will be involved in the product recovery. Then culture of cells may produce suitable in case cultures of the cell may prove suitable in case where a plant are difficult or expensive to grow in a field due to long time. Certain plants we can grow it in the field for longer time for the harvest. Their life cycle should be long, and that such type of plants can be able to grow with the help of the culturing the cells. Okay, for example, they mention about papaver. The source of the thebaid that it will takes 2 to 3 season to reach the maturity. That's what it is mentioned. That type of plant we can able to do it with the help of culture of cells. For another example, maybe orchids. Orchid also it will take a longer time. For example, if you want to get a natural vanillin from vanilla, it will require more time for the cells to the plants to grow in the field. Such type of plants we can put it in a bioreactor and we can culture the cells. That is an alternative process. Then new route of synthesis can be recovered from mutant cell line. That is also another advantage, that which this route of synthesis can lead to novel product. Okay, so which may be previously not found in the plant. The novel type of product also can able to produced with the help of the cell culturing system. And some cell cultures have the capacity for biotransformation of a specific substrate to more valuable product by means of single or multiple step enzyme activity. So you may be aware about bio transformation, conversion of one product into another product with the help of biological cell. That also may be possible. We can able to produce a valuable product with the help of biotransformation. So these are all the few advantages of secondary metabolite production. So that's all for today, and see you in the next class. Thank you.